Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you some more Master League action. This is day 3 lower bracket. And playing for today, spawning on the left, we have PFC going for Mechanized Company straight away. Up against them on the right, we have AshaBlois playing as us here. Straight away going for Spearhead, so no mucking around with the commanders here. May be unfamiliar with the map. This is Bayeux Ambush. It's kind of like a winterized version of Bayeux, currently in the rotation on ladder, with a few other very small tweaks. Something to like the base entrances. Maybe over here, this looks like a little bit more open. Maybe this is a bit wider as well. But yeah, a few small tweaks to it. Winter version.
We're taking lead over here.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Watch the flanks.
Okay, so riflemen coming in from a couple angles here, pressuring the MG. Asha backpedaling, setting up. Good reaction times from PFC though, avoiding any suppression. Very well handled there. Pretty much ideal control of his riflemen. Very impressive. MG wrapping around to the north. You can see Asha keeping the pyos nearby for the site. Setting up the MG here. Very cautious about his MG setup range. And gets the suppression there with the first burst. The other rifle squad had already switched, rotated to the south. So early retreat there from PFC. You saw the range, very careful with Asha. He didn't want the models from the crew going forwards and shooting at the rifleman, kind of giving away the fact that he was setting up at that long range. So there we go. Nicely done there by Asha. Being forced away in the 3v1 down the south though. It is standing by the cutoff point there. Okay. S-mines up the top as well as some sandbags. Early S-mines though, that's kind of rare. I imagine these guys would play each other, both being from Korea, similar time zones. Not sure if they're practice partners, but...
We have been granted access to superior arms and soldiers.
I imagine they're familiar with each other's strategies. Okay, grenade over the... Ooh, retreat right into it. Kind of lucky that the timing's lined up like that. So yeah, grenade tech early there from PFC. Has been seeing a bit more popularity these days, that super early grenade tech. And going for a cav rifle squad as well. So that's a huge amount of infantry now for PFC. 3 rifles, cav rifles, and the lieutenant tech. Comboing that up with the grenade tech as well. That's just going to struggle with just a 3 green start. No mid bunker either, so these squads coming out on low. Really needs his 222. But still a little bit of resources away from that. But yeah, by going for the grenade tech, going for this extra squad does mean that PFC's light vehicle will be later. So Asha getting that super fast 222. Very, very, very important. A lot of pressure on his resource points at the moment. And the squad behind the heavy cover there, holding on quite nicely. MG having a reposition. Sets up facing this direction, expecting a lieutenant flank, but maybe PFC just had sight of it. And this is just going horribly for him here. Oh no. MG trying to set up again. Lieutenant might still have an angle there, hard to tell with the bushes. Reinforcing from the front lines. That's just way too much firepower. Thompson's on the cav rifles now as well. 222 desperately going to be needed and going to come in at a good timing here for Asha, but still, this is a very painful push. Meanwhile, capping up the other points, getting some tank traps down on the VP, nice to see. Still have those S-mines guarding that northern victory point, so at least Asha not bleeding out that hard. smoke on the MG, but manages to suppress both of them.
The capture point is being overrun.
MG42 staying in place. Riflenate. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
The territory is
Rifle's extremely low. But playing it quite safe with the 222. Doesn't want to chase in, risk getting snared or something. Slow and steady. The lieutenant also gets very, very low. But once again, Asher not chasing in. You know, if he was hoping to wipe, driving like right point blank, so that the machine gun could do maximum DPS up close, would be optimal. But yeah, he's not chasing in for any of these wipes, just playing a very steady game. PFC does have rifle nades ready.
The enemy is overrunning
His tank rifle nades ready. And now the Stewart popping out. So, because of this just excellent territory control,
losing a capture point.
PFC still able to get a Stewart out at good timing. Like, sometimes we see them out at like 6:30 if it's like really, really fast, but considering he went for grenade tech and an extra squad, it's very impressive.
Fly line just got cut off. Ambulance taking the field.
But doesn't want to chase past the Faust potentially. We have the pack building for Asher. Take a quick look at the KD. See Asher suffering. You have to consider there are ace mines, so can't trust that KD at the moment. But Asher at least relieving a lot of the VP pressure. Got a mid bunker up as well, so navigating this phase quite well. But we also have the ambulance up for PFC, and he's back here healing like a madman. There's quite a lot of munitions in reserve. Okay, going for the bazooka on the lieutenant now makes sense. A little bit of extra anti-tank, very, very helpful against the 222. But yeah, what a pushback onto the map from Asher. Look at that. Setting up the triple cap. Good number of territory sectors, so he's done well. Important thing right now is his machine gun position. Here it is.
The enemy is taking
And
our
where it's going to be
territory.
while PFC makes his push back onto the battlefield. Do have the sweepers as well for PFC. So it doesn't want to run over any telemines. It looks like it's going to be a second machine gun from Asher. I do quite like that. You're up against this much infantry, I think that makes a lot of sense.
Our opponents are
If you're up against like
seizing
a
the
cav
sector.
rifleman instead of...
We have lost a squad.
Oh! What? Was that a grenade? No? Oh, grenade from the lieutenant. Okay, well, maybe there? I don't know, I sleep at the wheel there. Missing that grenade for the wipe.
Set to go.
The grenades both ways. MG extremely low here. The rear echelon with the... Oh, they do get the decrew ultimately.
MG team.
Got the MG there and the 222. Cav rifles closing in. Avoid suppression narrowly. Grenadiers are on the right side of the cover though, so should be able to do some pretty good damage. And we've got the Pyos there, but they're down to 3 models, so they can't go for the recruits. Looks like the Grenadiers are going to go in for it.
We are losing a sector.
Still, PFC looking very, very strong at the moment. This is a risky cap as well. He dropped a model there right as he's picking up the weapon. I know it's kind of unlikely at that range for the cav rifles, but definitely could happen. Okay, so another strong push there from PFC.
Wedge in our lines.
But ultimately, I mean, didn't need him that much territory. Captured up the Muni and
Enemy
now the
forces
VP
are
on the bottom.
securing our territory.
But just still hanging on to the fuel. Able to recrew. Couple shots onto the Stewart there. And now a sniper from Asher. Also an interesting strategy. He's already down the dumps in terms of infantry. Oh, he's chasing in. Maybe thinking about going after the Stewart with the 222. With the recon plane up, trying to go for that, but opportunity's not there. Stewart already backed away far enough. Maybe he's hoping that the Stewart will be like repairing on the front lines. He'll be able to catch PFC with that move, but no. Backed it far enough away. A 50 cal now for PFC. Oh boy. Not chasing him for the wipe again. Here he goes. MG sitting up. Sniper coming back in. Okay, that was a kind of a lucky break, I think. I believe that was the MG42 getting the kill. But yeah, Asher maybe could be a little bit more aggressive for this 222, going for some of these infantry chase downs. Looks like this bush got opened up a bit, right? I think this used to extend a bit further.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Maybe similar over here. But yeah, sniper, good way to try and come back into this match. Get that steady bleed going. But by Asher going for that recon plane,
Has been cut off.
it does mean that's like one machine gun upgrade that he doesn't have at the moment. So Grenadier's struggling still against the rifleman, whereas ordinarily this is where they start to overwhelm them. Suppression kicking in there. Grenadier's coming to close range, whereas normally they would not. Oh, but the suppression not for long enough. MG's sitting up, but slightly out of range now. And Vet 2 riflemen behind heavy cover. They're on track to win that engagement after all this. Pack rotating to the north. Yeah, MG didn't push forwards here. Oh, maybe having some side issues. Pack setting up. Just out of range. Just kind of going in and out of sight, I think. Manages to connect for some damage. MG setting up now again. Manages to cap the point, but that was painful. Losing a couple Grenadier models. What? Did he misclick the retreat? Oh. Okay, Asher making a bit of a misclick there, it looked like. Has rebuilt that Grenadier. Suppression on the 50. Stuart's out for a pair, so 222 can afford to be a tiny bit more aggressive here, coming in there for a bit of extra damage. Doesn't want to get hit by the satchel though. Backs away to assist with this engagement. Okay, rifles forced away. Do have the major out for PFC. Oh, this could be a wipe. No, once again, not going after the cav rifles. But he did wipe a rifleman squad. Grenades coming in thick and fast for both sides. Maybe that's why he was too busy going for the wipe instead of going for the chase down with the 222.
Enemy is taking our territory.
But yeah, paid dividends. One rifle squad down now. PFC bleeding quite a lot. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky to afford, you know, like an extra squad and a 50 before you get your medium tank out. Take a quick look at the KD again. You can see PFC, I think, was ahead by about 5 before. Now he's behind by a huge margin. So things have been swinging around for Asher quite nicely. You know, a combination of the sniper playing tight. That 222's been getting some solid damage in as well.
We are losing a sector.
Whereas the Stuart, you know, very little anti-infantry damage so far. And double machine guns really boxing out PFC. That's what I was trying to say before before I missed that grenade wipe on the Grenadier. The double machine guns, Frosty, I think is a good choice if your opponent goes for the cav rifles instead of a 50 cal at that kind of timing. Because the 50 cal can kind of like head-to-head fight against a second MG42, makes it a bit more effective, whereas the cav rifles have a lot of trouble dodging the second machine gun. But 76mm Sherman coming in for PFC. See how he gets on with it. I did actually play PFC's US Forces earlier this week with my OKW, and I know one. I was pretty stoked with my flak emplacement strategy. It wasn't like a spectacular game though, so I don't think I'm going to upload it, but I was like, oh damn. Robbing Cowboys with the best here. Flag placement for the win. He wasn't playing mechanized though, he was playing recon support. Okay, smoke onto the MG42. Should making a bit of a move here. Second pack coming in for Asha. It's got a lot of fuel banked up, but hasn't done its tech yet, so still a very long way away from a tank. So second pack I think makes quite a lot of sense. And here comes the Sherman, looking to get aggressive. Might even be able to kill the 222 here. No. Asha playing it very safe with the pack. Could have set up there a little bit more aggressively, but his number one priority here is not losing this anti-tank gun. Not trying to get greedy on the damage. I can find an angle here, sneaking their way in. MG42 setting up to cover this angle. Grenade onto the machine gun, getting very, very low and decrewed. Cav Rifle's getting in deep here, but they're starting to bleed hard. We've got so many grenadiers. Both machine guns are down. Second pack coming in though. Stewart in trouble, has to back away. 76mm Sherman also maybe needs to come back in here and start blasting away. Goes for the steal. No. And that cost him his lieutenant squad as well, so that was horrible for PFC. Bazooka on the ground as well. Comes back in with 76mm, but I think it should have been in here the whole time. Still pretty healthy. He had taken one shot before this stage. I think he should have been trying to blast away these machine guns, or maybe even just wrapped around to the north. Try to knock out this grenadier away from the pack. So PFC was in an excellent position, but that push does not go very well for him ultimately. The double packs, the double machine guns, they both got decrewed, but Asha still had enough firepower from the grenadiers to hold on there, and the sniper. 23 kills on that bad boy. Considering how late he got it. It is just devastating to PFC's manpower. PFC very close to a second tank. But still a long way of manpower away from that. Making things a bit tricky here. I suppose third tank. Stewart is a light tank. Interesting. Picks up the bazooka on one of his grenadiers. Don't see that too often. PFC still with a slight VP lead here, but not as much as you would think, given how the game's gone so far. Only 10 points ahead. Let's try to set up the triple cap at the moment. Oh, sorry about that. Connection. 76mm goes for the steal again. Tried to go for the incendiary shot to stop the steal, but doesn't quite work out. Trying to run away now. Oh, sorry, man. I'm bad on the camera movement at the moment. And he gets away with the MG42. Nice. Didn't lose the squad in the process either. It was a close call. Cav Rifles do make it away though. Good use of the incendiary shot. Nearly paid dividends. Wow, how did that bazooka not fire then? He was aiming it for such a long time, it looked like. Crazy. Meanwhile, Asha going straight up to battle phase 3, so it looks like he's going for the tiger stall. You know, I've been talking about it a couple of times in my cast. The tiger stall, the tiger stall. But it looks like we're going to see it here. Second 76mm Sherman for PFC. And this is where the 76mm Sherman strategy is a little bit weaker, because they're not as strong in the anti-infantry role. It does make the Tiger stall a bit more tolerable compared to having to utilize having to go up against the radio Sherman with the HE rounds equipped. So it is kind of like one of the weaknesses. These kind of stalls are a bit more viable than they normally would be. And I've seen that with my Ace stall up against PAX Ajax. First person view game the other day. think he went for a 76mm, a regular Sherman second, which is probably the wrong call, you know. Go for it first to inflict the bleed. By the time the second one comes online, probably better off to go for another 76mm just to guarantee that strong anti-armor
Crew ready.
capability at that phase, because you have to, you know, expect the person who's been stalling is about to field their tank. Bit more bleed there from the sniper. Pack spotting, missing on the Stuart. Looks like PFC setting up an assault here. He's got enough munitions for combined arms. He's got a lot of munitions. Probably would like to equip weapon racks, but just hasn't had the manpower spare for it at the moment. Being so much 50 cal and some trouble. Here we go. Double 76mm coming in from the side. Got the double packs going to work. Stuart surging forwards. Oh, that was a tremendous crush squad down. One of the Grenadiers going down. Taking down the 222 as well. 76mm right on top. He's got the combined arms running. Sniper getting a bit lucky. Shot on the sniper missing. This one trying to back away, going after the other pack. Oh, and the Grenadier going down as well. Asha in some big trouble. But the packs, both of them have managed to get away here. 176mm could actually go down here. And we got the Bazooka Grenadier connecting for some damage. Both of them with engine damage here. Team weapons on the ground, but not destroyed. Available for the recrew, so the big loss here, 2 Grenadiers. But Asha might be able to get some revenge when chasing after the 76mm in the north. No. Stolen MG42 locks that out. And manages to jump on this gun for the recruit. Got a MG42 down there as well, so can maybe pick that up with something. Yeah, it goes after the rear echelon. MG setting up. Oh boy, what was that vehicle crew doing? I heard that there was a bug with vehicle crews in this mod, which is what caused Orange Pest to have those issues when I cast his game a couple of weeks ago.
We are down to 300 points.
So maybe that's what happened right there. Almost cost PFC his tank and cost him a lot of repair time now. She did manage to hold on to the central VP amongst all that, so still with a huge amount of victory points remaining. Spider getting forced almost completely off the map. And very close to that Tiger now, 100 manpower or so to go. The sniper do the heavy lifting here, machine guns hold on to the territory. The extra sight from the sniper paying dividends right there. PFC's got a bit of resources in the bank now. Is he going to go for the weapon racks, or is it going to be a third tank? Double packs there. I think he heard the tank in the fog of war. Position them nicely. Actually getting a bit of a flank cooking here. Could consider, you know, dropping some major artillery. He's got a lot of resources floating here. Looks like he did drop it on the machine gun sniper right there. Takes a while before that artillery comes down though. Plenty of time to dodge. And there's the Tiger. Ooh. Ended up doing some pretty good damage with that major artillery. Opens up the capture for the triple cap now as well. And she has to be very, very careful with this Tiger. 76mm Shermans, especially with combines arms active. Very, very high rate of fire. Looks like he is still on the regular rounds.
Tactical point being captured.
Needs to switch over to the high velocity armor piercing. Potentially, no. He's actually going to go for a Jackson here. It's an interesting style. I wouldn't have picked it. I would have thought he would have been in another... Oh, big hit from the Tiger. Going for yet another 76mm Sherman. Go for like another big all-in push. There we go. They find an angle here. Keep the Tiger honest. But the 76mm Sherman takes a battering very, very low. Now for repairs now. And the sniper is such a huge thorn in PFC's side. Just has no good counter to it. Cancel the Jackson, then restarts it. Maybe in two minds about what he wants to do here.
Capture point is being overrun. Enemy forces are now down to 200 points.
Oh, good attack ground there.
The enemy is
Recon plane up from Asher. Interesting that he prioritizes recon planes in a situation like this. Doesn't have a machine gun on the Tiger. And I feel like I would be going for a Talamine. Talamine's so good at shutting down those mass Sherman assaults.
Reinforcements in.
Still got that MG42 down here. Looks like he doesn't notice it though. But yeah, another Grenadier, much needed. Once again, snares, very, very important. Dealing with this US Forces armor. So what's his pop cap going to be once he's back in his tanks? I think it will still be a tiny bit under 100. He's going over 100 here. Cav rifle's getting cut down. On the bleed. I'm trying to crawl around the corner here. Oh, drop some major artillery. She's going to have to get out of there. Tiger, sniper, pack rotating to the south. But Asher somehow holding on to two of the VPs. Down to 198. Sniper going to work here. Here comes the Jackson though. Some good long range action against the Tiger. Bouncing though, connecting on the frontal armor. Packs rotating, double packs in fact. Going after the Jackson, two of them connect actually, they're very highly vetted now. Incredible rate of fire thanks to that. Repairing up. FC holding on to the VPs at the moment, looking to set up the triple cat once again. Actually being a little bit conservative with the sniper, coming back onto the front lines now, opening up again. 50 kills on that. Crazy, crazy kill counter. Major getting a bit of a flank going. Charging in here. Launching out some smoke, covering the machine gun packs. Sniper. Be a shame to lose the major. Okay, here we go. Tanks coming in from the north. 3 of them. Forcing a lot of retreats and then backing out, it looks like. Not committing. Doesn't want to charge into the packs and potentially lose it all. Cav rifle's taking a incendiary shot, gets stunned. Jackson coming in from the other angle, connecting long range on the Tiger. So PFC just playing a very steady game here. Going to drain out the points, not going in for a killing blow. But yeah, with those packs so highly vetted, they're just really, really scary. That super, super high rate of fire. Very tricky to deal with. Another recon plane up from Ash. I feel like this is a really good scenario for the recon plane now. You know, kind of pushing back onto the battlefield, trying to avoid overextending in the wrong direction, getting caught out of position by PFC's tanks. Don't want your AT guns to be out of position, so I think this is a really good spot for the recon plane. PFC meanwhile heading to the south here, away from the Tiger. Double packs rotating to the south. Unable to complete the capture over here though. Riflemen, you can see they want to go for a bit of a flank and get something done, but Sniper MG shutting that down. And a little bit lucky there for Asha. Recon plane stays up in the air the whole time in spite of those tanks shooting at him. PFC going for another tank. So that is going to be a crazy armored force. I believe that will take him over 100, right? Double packs facing up here. A bit of trouble reinforcing his troops after going for that third 76mm Sherman. But yeah, this is going to be critical mass for PFC. Let's see what he can do with it. Panzer IV though going to come in for Asher. No, Stug. It's you know, better head-to-head matchup with the 76mm Sherman. The Stug outranges them, has better rate of fire and penetration than the Panzer IV, but much easier to get this flanked. Double 76mm in the south, getting some good damage in. Just rotating this direction now, but it clears the way for the VP capture with these rifle squads. This rifle squad. Tiger and double packs in the south. He's got the recon planes up in the air, so... Oh, there we go. This time it's getting shot down. So that's going to make Asher a little bit more conservative. Got recon planes coming in for PFC this time with a major recon pass. Keeping the major alive. Very, very useful, especially when you've got 400 munitions in the bank. Not too much to spend it on. Sniper picking some shots. Double Sherman's coming to the south here. Completes the capture though. Asher back on the drain. Echelon try and cap in the center, but getting locked out by these grenadiers. Majority onto the machine gun though, opening up some action. Got the Tiger here, but the Jackson's close by as well. 76mm there as well. Majority coming down, connecting on the Tiger. Opens up the capture. Stug, okay, Stug's in a good position. Tanks charging in here. One of the 76mm goes down straight away. Double anti-tank guns. And the Stug, oh man, that is going horribly wrong for PFC. Oh, that was not so good. He had a bit of trouble, I think, controlling both his tanks in the north and in the south. Asher just in such a good direction with all those units. PFC really need to throw out some smoke there to cover the retreat of his tank. Still, he's got the drain on, the triple cap going, so in spite of losing 2 tanks, still in an okay position. But those were 2 of his most highly vetted Shermans as well, so it's even more painful. But I can understand what happened there. PFC is very hard to control that many vehicles effectively. Sympathize with them on that one. Especially when your comp is kind of like the bad long-range comp, you know, you're getting picked off by the snipers, by the packs long-range. Sure, you've got the Jackson, which matches up good against the Tiger long-range, but still, it's not an easy task. Oh boy, double packs. And there goes the Jackson in the blink of an eye. Those highly vetted packs with their crazy rate of fire. One small mistake and down goes the Jackson. Oh, it's not looking good for PFC now. Asher with a much, much larger army all of a sudden. Straight in the north. Echelon going for a cap in the center. Launching out some smoke. Opening up the cap. Major on top of one of the packs. Quite low though, Tiger threatening the wipe. Sticky satchel potentially from the cav rifles. But doesn't even go in for it, heading towards the north instead. And it is going to go for a rifle nade, dodging away. I think I might have stayed in there, honestly, just to absorb the damage to continue the cap. The 76mm Sherman has found a nice angle to continue to fire from here. Double packs and the Stug rotating to the south. Gets the decrew. Very, very good. activating combined arms as well, so if the Stug tries to chase in, risky one. Kind of lucky though, the pack did actually connect for a shot there. I thought he wouldn't have the time. Jumped out. Tiger charging forwards here. 76mm Sherman on the run. No recon plan for Asher. It's PFC saving grace at the moment. Sniper currently suppressed. 50 cal doing some nasty damage to the AAT guns. They're rotating through the arc. The PFC trying to go for the drain out here, just stalling with these riflemen in the center. And there we go, knocks out the Pyos as well. Manages to hang on there for a long time. Stuart in the north in some trouble. Double packs, gets away. Opening up the cap through the center now. Pyos capping in the south. 26 VPs. Good grenades. Rifleman hold on to the center. Cav rifle's going for a bit of a flank here. MG42 though repositioning. Probably going to cover that quite nicely. So yeah, really, really, really important reposition on the MG there. Otherwise these Cav rifles would have got the flank and probably could have gone for the win there in terms of VPs. 26 remaining. Should have been coming to the south here. So it's the sniper. There we go. That could be the last Pyo down though, and both these tanks are very, very wounded. Oh, just missing that shot. Missing again. Oh, no. Gets away with that Pyo. That's a lucky break for Asher. Did just get another one out, but important for the tank repairs here. Major on the front lines. Big rotation to the south for Asher. Major going to drop the RD over here. Jumps back into the Sherman. Sherman could actually kind of go toe-to-toe with the Tiger as long as the pack's not in position here. So not this one out the back getting blasted. Very, very lucky. Oh, there we go. Right as I say that, Major already finishes the job. Almost take down the sniper too. Asher getting extremely lucky there with that Major artillery. That could have been devastating. Going for the recrew on the machine gun. 76mm trying to stop that from happening. 50 cal doing some work in the center. Stuart jumps out of the Stuart, going for the cap in the north. Turning up the VP pressure here. Looks like the Stug heading up to the north, but Riflemen are there. Going to go for the snare. Not fully repaired. Might actually be enough. No, not quite enough. Stug doesn't have as much health as some other medium tanks, so hard to tell if that was going to result in a snare or not. Switch back into the Stuart, popping the shell shock here. And the Jackson up here in the north. Fresh Jackson. 76mm Sherman on the run. Oops. Stug backing away. Manages to take down... Oh, the Jackson missing. Engine damage. Takes down the Stuart though, so that's at least something for Asher. He'll take it. Sniper, he just can't afford to even retreat it to heal it up here. It needs to be on the front lines. Rear echelon in the south. MG42 setting up down there with the smoke coming out. Got their vehicle crew. Oh no, he's gone walkabouts again from PFC. I think that's once again another mistake. Oh, with the bug with this build of the mod. Draining 18 VPs. He's heading back towards the tank now. We've got the Jackson up here in the north. Jackson doesn't have sight of at the moment. Oh, just out of range. The pack nearby as well. Oh! Heavy cover was gone, but they were still clumped up. Jackson coming in, maybe going to go for an attack ground, but there we go. Pack connecting. Twice. 76mm, not fully repaired, but coming back in. He's coming into the center. Looking to clear out the machine gun while the pack's in the north. Pack spinning around though. Connecting long range. That BO3 pack, such a lethal weapon here. Sniper. He's got the Pyos up here sighting. And now the Jackson in some trouble. The BO3 pack. He connects. I don't know if that was an attack round or a regular shot. Good dodge on the frag bombs, but not quite in the capture circle after that dodge. 12 VPs remaining. Tiger coming in. So is the sniper. He's got the smoke out from the cav rifles. Attack round missing. But the cav rifles are so low. He jumps back into the smoke. There we go. Got some AoE damage on him. He's got eyes on him now. Another smoke out though. Stalling, but now the Grenadiers are in there. 76mm Sherman heading to the south. What's going on there? Rear echelon smoke out. Going for the center. He's got a small angle here. Might be able to get them neutralized, but don't think it's going to be enough to get the win. Pack there could kill if he wanted to. No, the machine gun jumps in there and prevents the cav rifles extremely low. One more attack round and they'll go down here. There they go. Still there for a very long time. 76mm wrapping around here. Coming in from a good angle. Pack extremely low for Asha. One good shot and it will go down. Takes engine damage. Pack missing a crucial shot though. We've got another 76mm coming in from the other side. Doesn't have a machine gun upgrade on this one yet though, so... Oh, Pack misses a crucial shot. 76mm still alive here. Tiger finishing the job. Goes for the recruit on the Pack. 76mm Sherman wrapping around, trying to avoid damage from this Pack. Throwing out some smoke as well. Gets the decrew on it, now going in after the Tiger. Needs to penetrate on the frontal armor. Connects once, but bouncing. Bounces again. He's got one more opportunity here. Tiger misses. Tiger out of control. And can't shoot while out of control with this tournament mod, so doesn't have to worry about that backfiring on him horribly. We've got the Pack setting up though. He picked it up from the bottom. That was the one that I was talking about. He maybe could have gone for the kill on. And now may even go down to a Faust. No! Goes down to the Pack though because of the Faust.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Wow. 12 VPs left, but it looks like Asha just closed it out there. Unfortunately, I think if PFC backed away to the north with his Sherman, it would have survived and he would be in a decent position. Probably not so good since they are triple machine guns, but at least with a tank and no opposing tank, he would have been in a decent position. But yeah, not killing that Pack. Decrewed in the bottom. I can understand why he didn't do it. You know, he wanted to keep that Sherman moving and targeting opportunities, but Asha able to pick it up and turn that situation around. Now with a very, very strong infantry-based army. Still lacking the tank, but only about 100 manpower away from one of those. And Asha pops off the recon plane, see that PFC basically has nothing left. Confused why he hasn't left the game here. PFC about to pop out the 76mm Sherman, so let's see if he can get it done with this one. 12 VPs is not much, but he's not working with much either. Only got a rear echelon and a cav rifle. He's heading to the south to start things off, but the recon plane maybe has clapped eyeballs on this. So the Pack already rotating in this direction. Here he comes. Need to see some smoke here, but PFC quite low on munitions. Going after the sniper. Good connection. Follow-up shot not so good. Second Pack lining up. He's going to go for the base dive on it though. Actually not a horrible idea. It's kind of away from the Packs. There are no snaring squads nearby either. There we go. Finally takes down the sniper. Backing away. Ooh, one of the Packs missing. And because of that, it looks like Sherman's going to be able to escape. So that's a win for PFC, taking down the sniper. That thing was a massive thorn in his side. Kind of wish I saw how many kills it had before it went down there. Going for the chase down, but should be able to get away safe here. Interesting thing is that PFC, you know, if he did want to go for another tank, which he probably would in this situation, he actually doesn't have the fuel for it anymore. That's how many tanks he's produced and lost. Goes for another cav rifle squad, which I think, sorry about that. I think makes sense because they have the smoke available. Very good for the VP capturing.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Especially against now 4 machine guns. Asher picking up every machine gun on the map. Finds a flank though with this cav rifle, forcing away the stolen 50. Goes for the cap on the second cav rifle and an outright retreat there. Asher though does stall for the rebuild on the Tiger. Calling that one in. I thought he might go for a regular Panzer IV or something, but no, it's going to be the Tiger once again. And because even though he was like quite far behind on manpower because he hasn't been bleeding like at all for the last 2 minutes or so, able to save up for that very, very quickly. Okay, 76 mil coming to the south. We've got some air spines down here. Ouch, 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 ouch. Gets the cap off down there. And now clearing out the air spines in the south with the 76 mil. We've got the double packs rotating in this direction. MG on the run. We've got a second MG setting up though. Cav rifles can throw out some smoke. Needs to throw out some smoke. I give you this, the smoke. Going for the capture. Pack gonna jump into the capture circle though, maybe. Manages to get the neutralize at least. Cav rifles hiding the smoke up here, but the Tiger stops that from working too well. Cav rifles capping. Double packs did charge quite far forwards. 76 more Sherman throwing out some more smoke onto the MG and right on top of the packs looking for the decrew. He does have the machine gun upgrade on this one, which is really helpful in these kind of scenarios. But they just don't go down. And now he's trying to back away. Manages to decrew one of them with that kind of lucky shot. Manages to complete the capture, but Ash is already capped there. Trying to charge into the center with the smoke. But the Tiger's there with his strong attack rounds and greedy there to stall the capture again. PFC just about has saved enough for another tank. Getting a couple good hits on the rear armor there of the Tiger. But just can't get the cap off. Lost in the south as well. Lost one of his cav rifle squads. One that was capping in the north. Just has even less infantry to cap with. Asher feeling a bit more bold, charging in there. Good opportunity for another recon plane, I would say. Capping in the north. Tiger, the strong AoE there. Good connection into the smoke. Double greedies coming in to jam the cap again. Cav was trying to escape, but Tiger in the retreat path this time. There might have been another attack round though, missed a shot. Handgun does not miss, even on the move. Just about there for the next 76 mil Sherman. But now PFC draining out extremely fast. Don't know if he's got time. He really needs to at least get the neutralize on one point. Otherwise he's not going to even be able to build a tank in time. The build timer will jam him out. So he's gone for the south. Double MGs down here. Reassured fire off some smoke. Double packs, lining up some shots. Gets the decrew, gets the neutralize. Tiger coming into the retreat path though. Second 76 mil Sherman in production. And PFC throws in the towel. GG though, that was a crazy game. PFC with a very strong early game. Excellent pushes, but there were a couple times, you know, he did a lot of damage, but the crucial factor, couldn't steal or destroy the team weapon. So Asher able to recrew, rebuild, hang on there. Get a nice store going. As I mentioned, PFC going for that 76mm Sherman first, you know, it does kind of lock your opponent out, or make them consider the factor that maybe it's not a good idea to go for a regular Panzer IV first as an option, because the 76mm has such a good matchup against the Panzer IV, but it also doesn't inflict nearly as much bleed as the Sherman with HE rounds equipped. So kind of like a double-edged sword there. And because PFC spamming those 76mm, Asha able to hang on, especially with those big pushes PFC did, you know, with like the double Stuart 76mm or double 76mm Stuart push. Got the decro on those packs, but you know, it just takes a little bit longer than the HE Sherman. Did manage to destroy them, and wow, it's just an incredible game. Just really, really, really good game. It's a bit rusty. I missed a couple grenade wipes in the early game. I apologize for that, but man, excellent match. GG, well played by Asha, hanging on by a thread there. Game 2 between these titans. And we have Asha spawning on the left, playing as Soviets. He's got guard rifle combined arms, armored assault, and shock rifle frontline PFC. Meanwhile, playing as Aussie has Blitzkrieg, Lightning War, and Spearhead. So yeah, he really likes those super close air support planes. They are very, very strong.
We are losing territory.
Third conscript coming in. Sandbags, sandbags, sandbags all across the map. But a aggressive start here from PFC. Coming across with the Pyro MG, looking to pressure the fuel, which you don't see too often. MG42 setting up. And there we go. Just before getting the capture there. Actually now going for the cut-off, which makes sense, you know, while it's neutralizing, standing in the point doesn't make it decap any faster. So there's no point in just like standing in there at all. Might as well go for a different point. And I'm going to set some sandbags up on the cut-off. So that's a really nice early win there for PFC. Looks like Asha going for the 4 conscript start, which has fallen out of favor if you're not going for airborne troops. But airborne troops probably vetoed here, so not working. Focused on that squad for a little bit longer than was necessary there. And that may mean that PFC rather, losing this engagement in the north.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
But at the very least, you know, he's doing very well on the other side of the map. Actually has this point connected currently. Going for the decap on these points, trying to stop this from getting connected with his pioneers currently. I should probably close in on this conscript squad here. So he's going to do it from the point. Personally, I would have charged onto this one here. Standing out in the open against heavy cover like this, I would have charged in with the 4-man squad into close range. If the other squad back there to camp. But still connected down here with the fuel, so PFC with an unusual move, you know, getting aggressive with their MG42 Pyro combo in the early game, but it pays off massively. Asha, you know, didn't have any conscripts down there. Conscripts looking for the flank on the MG42, and thanks to the URA, end up forcing the retreat there. Now a big blob of grenadiers charging into the conscripts up in the north. Power and numbers here. Conscripts trying to stick around, get some bleed, but they were dropping models very, very quickly. Probably wasn't worthwhile overall. Understandable, like, you know, probably like 4 or so models, easy pickings. But he only managed to get one of them. Still have this very low grenadier though. Will drop models quite quickly. Conscripts on the right side of cover here.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Grenade in, get the conscripts extremely low. Conscripts going to lob the Molotov in response though. Get some nice health damage in there. Conscripts meanwhile over here came in for the cutoff. Now getting forced away by the Pyro MG combo, but behind that Asher, capping up his fuel, getting the mine going. Interesting to see early grenade tech here from Asher.
Capture complete.
Still, you know, much too early
Fall back. This is ours.
for a 2-2-2. So didn't really need them. But, you know, I guess he feels like maybe he's off to a bit of a shoddy start. His own light vehicle's going to be quite badly delayed. So he's going to need the AT grenades anyway, so why not get them a bit earlier so he can also get the Molotovs going. You can see Ash's 2-2-2 is going to come in at a very, very good timing. Thanks to that strong control of the fuel in the south. 242 spins around, but max range doesn't quite get the suppression on that light cover squad. Very bad news, and that does allow this other conscript to get the flank in. So that engagement went horribly wrong for PFC in the south. But you know, sometimes the MG42 doesn't suppress first burst at max range. So it is. Making use of this well here. I'll try to hold position for a bit. Meanwhile, capping up in the north, a lot of territory there for PFC. Maybe some sandbags down. 2-2 gets a little bit too close. Doesn't want to spin the Ura though. If he did, he would have got the snare off. Bayeu's back in base. Some good bleed there. And looks like Asher actually going to pull the trigger on some guards. Locking into guard rifle combined arms. Decent soft counter to the 2-2-2.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Conscript's just holding ground here, doesn't want to lose territory. Guard's coming out, but doesn't have any munitions for the DPs quite yet. Mine triggered. So not super scary in the anti-infantry duties. Combat engineers. That was a close call. It looks like the grenadiers from up here did end up getting forced away, so nothing in their retreat path to let them go down. But yeah, Asher still has to put up his tier 3, tier 2 and tier 3 tech. I assume it's going to be tier 2. So it's understandable why he did go for the guards. Still so far away from the ZIS. Guards going chasing after the 2-2-2 but getting suppressed, flanked by the grenadiers, have to retreat. Bayeux get very, very low though up to there. Also have to retreat. 2-2-2 getting some good bleed done though. 5 kills so far.
We are losing a sector.
Slowly chipping away at the sandbags, but you can see they were a good investment. Allows them to stall here for long enough to at least get them neutralized. Another sandbags going up there. Big grenadier blob onto the cut-off fuel region by PFC here. Just trying to cap in the center, but the LMG grenadiers are doing some good work. Guards in the south, but the 2-2-2s in the north. Does have the DPs on them now though, so they will perform a lot better against these grenadiers. Just coming in from the VP down the bottom. Doesn't manage to get on top of the cutoff or the fuel point though. So actually getting some good fuel income at the moment and getting some good harass done as well. Repairs comboing up here with the capping. Tier 3 about to complete. Asher about 100 manpower away from a tank, light tank, the T-70. Stick around for the neutralize. Very strange how it seems to happen a lot around that munitions point I noticed on this map. Just random rig cover appears. As you can't, there's no rig cover up here. It doesn't make any sense. Slow engagement down here, a lot of cover. These are vet 2, so they're performing very well. Oh, slight miss micro though. Left cover. They have to retreat very quickly after that. Got the pack out now from PFC. Did go for a 4th Grenadier, worth mentioning. And T70 about to pop out for Asher. Wrapping around, Conscript's trying to get some sandbags up again. He is behind the heavy cover there. So he really wants to get that sandbag down, but just can't. Has to give up on it. Conscript's trying to get up there in the north, but the PIO spotting the MG in a nice position. Asher just getting shut down right now by PFC's play. Let's see if this 222 this T70 rather can turn things around. Quick look at the KD. See things are going quite poorly for Asher in that department. Oh boy. Now the T70 in some big trouble. There was an attack ground shot there from the pack. Threading the needle. Took a Faust as well. 222 not diving in for the kill though. He is behind superior cover here. Probably going to win this engagement because of that. No, big connection from the PTRS. That's pretty lucky. But either way, PFC sitting pretty. Very strong early game here. 4 Grenadier style as well, allowing them a lot of territory control. Asher having to climb his way back into this one.
The enemy is taking our territory.
All the Grenadiers are shortly going to be upgraded with the MG42s, and that just makes it so much trickier for Asher. Still so far away. The 7-man upgrade on his conscripts.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Pack attack ground attempt there missing, but it was a good idea by PFC. EP count still very, very tight between these two. Certainly PFC in a nice position here. Still has to upgrade battle phase 2, but has the resources for it.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Just about. And yeah, did lock into Spearhead as well, so Spearhead quite popular after the veto process. Understandable, you know, the Panzer Tactician on your tanks, very powerful. The recon planes seem to be utilized very, very heavily this tournament. Recon planes seem to be the new meta at the top level. Finally, of course, frag bombs. Tiger's decent.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Not good, but decent. Here's the scenarios, you know, we saw how good it was kind of against 76mm Shermans. Sometimes the Panzer IVs, if they are forced to go toe-to-toe with the 76mm Sherman, kind of just get picked off with their fast rate of fire, but the Tiger with a much higher health pool doesn't find itself in those situations. LG's going to work here. 2G2 slowly softening up the conscripts. T70 in the south. Back in the north, so some good time to work here.
Manufacturing capability has been increased.
Just out of range of the pack there. It's repositioning though anyway. PFC got the support armor core coming down. Senior rounds activated against T70. Soft countering it here. Go for his Zisbras though. Look for the decrew. The pack's there though. The pack connects. Just out of range. Goes for an attack round. Nice to see. PFC. Very nice attack round so far this game. Nice to see. You know, I'm a big, you know me, I'm a big attack round guy. Going for those miracle shots. Slightly too early on the grenade into retreat there for Ash. It doesn't work out for him. Heading towards the north now. It is not really well supported up there, but do we have the sandbags? Able to hold on for the moment. 2 in the south. Sandbags everywhere for Asher though. Just gives him so much more staying power in these scenarios. Hands of 4 in the works. Got the Zis rotating to the south. Got the recon plane up though. Might spot it. Not very well supported. Can't shoot through that. Recon plane going to work here. Guards were kind of looking for an angle. Conscripts though do find a bit of damage on this green here. I'm surprised they aren't able to fire back there. Kind of strange how that happens sometimes.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Recon plane allowing PFC to play quite safely here. And in this case, you know, it's not like where Asher last game had to sacrifice weapon upgrades, talon mines, stuff like that. PFC already fully upgraded. Can afford to plant some mines as well, so just sitting pretty with that recon plane. So he comes to the south. Pack and the Panzer IV rotating in that direction now though. There's this nearby in a second. This coming in for Asher. So he seems to be very fond of a double AT gun stall. Oh boy, Panzer IV connects. T70 doesn't have much time to react there. No misses. A little bit lucky for PFC, but not extraordinarily lucky. And the T70 goes down. Asher in some big trouble after that. But, you know, with the Maxim, with the double AT guns, you know, he's well set up for a stalling scenario. It may sound strange. I don't know if PFC's got the read on how much Asher's away from a medium tank, but in this scenario, you know, I have been playing a bit of Spearhead myself against Soviets, especially with these support weapons and the conscripts with the sandbags. I actually find the mortar half-track to be really nice. Because, you know, it can be very hard to afford taking up to battle phase, trying to go for a Panzerwerfer in 1v1s especially. But the mortar half-track's got the extra bit of mobility over the regular mortar. Helps keep the damage uptime going. Got the recon plane to spot for it. Extra bit of damage, a bit of bleed long range. Big fan of it against Soviets, especially. Do we have the tech structure going down now, though? The recon plane does have eyes on that, actually. Asher still about 200 manpower from a tank, though. And PFC with the triple cap. Asher, though, still very competitive on the victory points. It's kind of surprising given how the game's gone so far, I think, but it kind of shows the staying power of the sandbags as conscripts just constantly stalling out on the sandbags. He's got the recon plane up, though. He can get it quite aggressive with that 222, forcing the MG retreat down the bottom. Recon plane's finally run out now, though. Sneaking his way in, just trying to hit Ash's fuel income. Double AT guns that he's got. Bit 2 on that 222, so does have the extra sight range. Can help him against the anti-tank guns.
Fueled and ready to fly.
Recon plane up again. Oh, good connection there. Guard's very low after that. Heavy cover's gone. 222 inching its way in here. He's going in.
Tank gun is ready for orders.
Peppering away at the Zis. That's a 4 coming in from the other angle. Grenadiers advancing as well, pressuring Asha all the way back into his base. Asha has managed to stall up for the KV-1. And that does perform very well. Oh, triggers a mine. There goes the 222. Can't see that with a recon plane. Even though it does have double sweeper squads. Did not spot that one. But yeah, Asha with almost no territory to speak of. A lot of reinforcement required. This KV-1's got a tremendous amount of work to do to come back into this one.
To request more powerful units.
PFC as well. Going for a second pack to stall things out and going for battle phase. So maybe he's going to stall out for the Tiger here. Makes sense. This is a more conservative, steady style than just spamming mediums and going for the overwhelm.
Reconnaissance flight set to go.
Which is very risky, especially against Soviets. With the 6-man weapon teams, those take so much longer to decrew in those scenarios. So not really recommended. Plus, especially against like conscripts, you know, Ura, snares running around everywhere. Which makes them very resilient against that overwhelming kind of style. Get the neutralized there. Point straining away fast from Asha, but he's making a breakaway towards the north. The support armor core.
Supply sector under attack.
Does he? No, he doesn't. Oh man, I was getting so badly lost there. Thought I was on PFC's control because I clicked on his portrait, but didn't switch me over. So, is it going to be the Tiger? Is it going to be the Werfer? That's the big question. The Tiger does perform pretty well against the KV-1. Oh boy, that's a nasty shot. Conscripts do get away alive at the very least, though.
Reconnaissance flight.
But the issue with the Tiger is, you know, it's not terribly good against double AT guns. And then Asha can go for the Su-85. And that just counters the Tiger so effectively.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
So far, though, I feel like the pack positioning from PFC hasn't quite been as strong as Asha's was last game. Especially given that, you know, there's only one target, KV-1. I feel like he should be able to track it a little bit more effectively with his packs. It's quite slow as well, you know, it doesn't have a fast rotation from end to end of the map like a medium tank does, like a 76mm Sherman. Ura managed to clear the arc, but the double packs are there and they batter the KV-1. Just looking for the decrew on the machine gun though. Think he's going to get rewarded? No, he does. Double AT guns coming through the center, but the double pack set up again. KV-1's one shot from death. He loses Pios to jump onto the MG. Tactical decision. Frag bombs in the center. Hoping to catch the double AT guns, but very dodged away. Here comes the Tiger. PFC still with the VPs well under control. Triple cap running. Asha going to be able to get the neutralize here. Panzer IV coming back through center. Gotta be careful. Double AT guns are there.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
It's away in time. Come playing up again. And one edge you do have with the recon planes against Soviets is they don't have any Pintles. Well, most of their tanks, you're only on like the IS-2, only on the commander-specific tanks, basically. So you don't have that like incidental chance of having your recon plane shot down. So unless they invest into the quad, this recon plane gonna go uncounted, which is very, very strong. Oh boy, mine going off on the Tiger there. PFC needs to be a little bit more careful about where he's sweeping. Oh, he's coming in. No real follow-up though. You know, AT guns a little bit low, not that mobile, unable to chase down the Tiger. But either way, a lot of repairs required for PFC, and he did lose that PIO recurring that machine gun, remember, so Tiger's going to be repairing for a very, very long time here. Still finding angles. Guards coming in from the side on the MG. Didn't switch focus fire onto them, and he gets the decro on it. Nicely done there by Asha. Tiger's still down here with the damaged engine. He's got the double packs and support, but no infantry really to keep things safe. He's going for the recrew with the PIOs again. Maze, KV-1, the double packs. He manages to get away with it. Very lucky break. Guards don't quite prevent the recruit. Either way though, this does leave the Tiger a little bit exposed. Double AT guns coming down here. With the guards. Got enough for a button, but Tiger does also have the Panzer Tactician smoke. Good counter to the button. Shrugging off those shots. Armor holding up there. Oh no, the guards. Drop one of their DPs too. That PTRS, yeah, whatever. DP, ouch. Grenadiers can pick that one up. And they do. Double LMG Grenadiers now, that's nasty. Even though DP's not super strong. Still very scary in the hands of those Grenadiers. Vested up with their 40% accuracy bonus. They're going to be long-range monsters now. Guards might even have to upgrade their second DP. Get it back, otherwise they're going to fall off a bit against these Grens. Actually, it does have a bit of munitions in the back. I wonder if he's trying to stall like an IL-2 assault. Try to turn things around that way. KV-1 in the north. He's pretty confident he gets the Panzer IV there and stops the Grenadiers from capping. Double AT guns rotating up in that direction. Panzer IV, he's got smoke, he's got blitz. PFC doesn't feel the need to activate either of those. Double AT guns. Gonna go for the double Zis barrage, so not gonna go for the IL-2 stall here. Getting out the team weapons. Opens up the capture, and you can see Asha starting to feel the VP pressure quite acutely, down to 132 now. Can't afford to let that continue. Tiger fully repaired though. And now PFC going to be at full strength, whereas Asha bleeding a huge amount of manpower. Even though he's had the fuel for an SU-85 for quite some time, just can't afford to get it. Does allow the Tiger to continue to be very effective. Oh, bounces are coming both from the Tiger. Pops the button. A bit slow activating the smoke. In fact, he's just going to try to save some munitions, not even activate it. Does allow the KV-1 to slip away. Close call though, very, very close call. Maybe the Panzer IV is going to go for a bit of a wraparound. It's just got eyeballs on the anti-tank guns, makes it so much easier to operate. You don't have to worry about double AT guns just blasting you away before you have time to react. That squad of Pyres, by the way, PFC. So it's probably like the only squad you would pick up a PTRS with. Pyres, a little bit of extra tank can be handy sometimes. Ground shenanigans there from PFC. Asha can't find the angle, but at least Asha not on the drain at the moment. He's got to be happy about that. And PFC's capped out his army here. Can't afford a war for now. Can't afford anything. Nice, fully reinforced. ES mines down the bottom. Good idea from PFC. Try and make a push in the centre as well. Open up the capture there. Recon plane up in the air again. Trying to dodge those AAT guns. Real thorn in Ash's side, that constant recon plane action. Finally saved up enough manpower if he wanted to build a quad, but imagine he's going to try to get the Su-85 out. Before heading towards the north, so it was a KV, but we've got the double packs also supporting the Panzer IV. I think this is a pretty good split at the moment. PFC, you know, packs supporting the Panzer IV. Tiger can kind of do the solo missions. Low damage onto that KV-1 though. Going to be out for repairs for a long time. Crawl to the south with the sweepers, but MG shutting that down. Got a Grenadier down there as well. Needs to switch focus fire, and does. Nice spread with the MG. Good control there from PFC. Guards come out of suppression though. Didn't shoot at them for quite some time. Tiger rotating this way now though. Doubles this barrage onto the centre. Big damage. Oh boy, and that just got destroyed. MG42 down there. Doubles this barrage is nasty. He didn't try to dodge at all, did he? I don't know. How are they cooled down already? I thought this had like a way longer cooldown now. That seems like way too short, right? Maybe it's not in this version. Double packs connecting with the Su-85, keeping it honest. Can't get that free damage on my Tiger, buddy. Oh, costume's extremely low. Oh, when they go down, Tiger finishing the job. Actually, a little bit late on the retreat there. Ouch. So he's going to pull back and lick his wounds, but can't do that for long. Oh my god, the double packs with the recon plane. Find the Su-85 and knock it out. Asha. That might be one step too far now to come back from. Su-85 and conscript losses. Just feeling overwhelmed. You can see the utility from that recon plane though. So useful at both dodging the AAT guns of Asha and spotting opportunities like picking off the Su-85.
We are losing a sector.
PFC getting the capping done here. Tiger coming back out onto the front line. Grenadier did go down there though. Got the MG42. Recon plane up again. we go, on the prowl, charging forwards. A little bit reckless from PFC again, you know. Very easily could be mines around here. Does not have the sweepers. Could cost him his Tiger. I did not even see that one, I swear. And he does, he hits a mine. Tiger with damaged engine. Still might be defensible from this position though. Let's wait and see. Recon plane running out. Before popping a blitz. T-gun's missing, Grenadiers. Oh, don't quite make it home. Right at max range to go down there. Oh, the Tiger P4 combo. Conscripts close to death. He's got the 50 range now, so that's why he can shoot so damn far. On the run. PFC gonna try squeezing another tank here to close out the show. After he's lost, you know, a couple of Grenadiers. One of his machine guns got a bit more room in his pop cap. Oh my god, the Tiger just going berserk here. Long range, getting the job done. Engine damage now on the KV. Asha in some trouble. He's got a bunch of stuff up here to pressure the doubles this, but not actually getting aggressive with the Tiger. He's got the recon plane up. He could do so. Okay, Grenadiers find the AAT guns. Facing this direction, hoping to catch the Panzer IV, but now Tiger coming in from the other angle. Smokes out of the button there. Trying to stall the capture. Conscripts go down. AAT guns in some big trouble. And there we go. Ash is the one throwing in the towel this time. So yeah, that was just a really strong start from PFC. And he just kind of kept that throughout the whole match. Solid play. Feel like though, you know, compared to Asha, his pack positioning was a little bit weaker. But yeah, Asha just not able to get it done there. I felt like his T-70 didn't quite do enough damage, and he was really struggling through that phase of the game where PFC had really strong munitions control for LMG Grenadiers, whereas he was stuck on tier 3 with this no upgrades on his conscripts. And he suffered a lot through that phase. PFC, very smooth gameplay overall though. GG, and that was just like a masterclass in the early game. That aggressive MG42 push with the Pyos really working out for PFC. Catching Asha with no conscripts there, and yeah, worked out from very well. So 1-1, and we'll have to go on to the deciding match in this best of 3 series. So here we are for Game 3, the deciding match in this clash of the Koreans. I believe PFC won his match by a more convincing margin. And so would have had faction selection and gone for US forces, gone for mechanized again. Facing off against some Asha, playing as Osseer, Spearhead, Lightning Moor, and Blitzkrieg. Don't think there's any change to those commanders. We are on Mill Road for this deciding match as well. Let's see how these guys get on. Tank trap there, combining up with the wire. Nice cover position there for PFC. Now switching across to the center. This time no machine gun Pyo combo, they're a bit more spread out for Asha. You can see PFC capping up a monstrous amount of the map. Not trying to go for any early aggression. Which I think makes sense. Much easier to do those kind of like early aggressive moves when you've got more squads on hand to potentially flank the MG42. G42 capping. Good arc on that, but packing it up now. A bit of a duel here. Rifleman going to try closer distance. Pyos jump out of the building to commit their firepower. The echelon a little bit of damage, but early grenades. Gets Gets away with the Grenadiers for the moment. Didn't chase down. Potentially there was a wipe on hand. I guess he felt like it wasn't worthwhile. All rear echelons sneak around. So the rifleman, MG42 in trouble there. Rifleman forced away from the north though. Rifleman doing a full wrap around, but we've got fresh Grenadier arriving. Stopping the flank from this angle. MG42 sets up again, rear echelon on the run. So he's going to try crawl out with that rear echelon squad. Maybe go for the cap over here. Rifleman heading over towards the VP. But yeah, in the meantime, Pios can cap up there in the north. Gonna cap the back with the Grenadiers. Pios jump onto the VP. Echelon capping up there nicely. Grenade out, hoping to catch those Grenadiers off guard, but they do not. And here comes the lieutenant. So yeah, no real change in the tactics of PFC here. But I think Asha getting off to a better start this time than he did, as I'll say before. I don't think he's lost control of his fuel or cut off at all so far, so fusing PFC's rifle threat time and time again. Does leave an angle open though on the MG42. I've been charging in on it close range. Switches back, turns around for the Grenadiers. MG42 chase around the corner. From behind heavy cover there, launch a rifle grenade onto the riflemen. Good dodge there, PFC. Very sharp. He's going toe to toe with these riflemen. Riflemen extremely low. Doesn't have an ambulance yet though, so a tough spot with that. Did have the option of going for an ambulance, maybe instead of the cav rifles. I feel like sometimes it makes sense to do that. And you've got like a lot of low health squads. But maybe PFC's not a fan of it.
A capture point is under attack.
Someone get us out of here!
Trying to put a tank trap here, but Grenadiers closing in fast.
Heads up.
Oh, late reaction. Rear echelon go down there.
We lost an infantry unit.
Big blunder by PFC. A good amount of time to react to that as well. Let's get a flank on the machine gun. We do have the 222 coming in as well. Lieutenant takes quite a lot of flame damage there. Running back around the corner. Cav rifles trying to play evasively. You know, these big sight blockers working well for PFC at the moment through the centre. Grenade in, forces them out of cover. They're taking a lot of damage on approach, and there comes the 222. Close call on the cav rifles. Getting very, very low there, and once again, no ambulance for the healing. So yeah, the cav rifles this time not working out quite so well. Didn't really get too much work done there. Asha able to fend off PFC. Chasing them in this time quite aggressively. Perhaps hoping for the wipe, but doesn't want to go any further than that. We're worried about getting snared. We've got a Stewart about to pop out. PFC's had a much harder time with this game. In terms of his KD, you can see that very, very poor. So we can't really like afford to squeeze in yet another unit before the Stewart. 222 off to a good start here, but very far forwards. Stewart arriving maybe ever so slightly, like a tiny bit later than possible, but still very good timing. Pack already out for Asha and going for the second MG42 again, so interesting difference in tactics between the two players. PFC more fan of the Grenadiers. Asha more fan of the double MGs. Are up against different factions though, I suppose. doesn't quite get the second shot in. Stuart pulling back. Finally has an ambulance up now, healing up. And even going to retreat that half health 5 model squad. Try and conserve some manpower after a bit of a rocky start for PFC. You know, the grenades have been dodged very, very effectively from Asher so far. So, PFC not finding nearly as much efficiency, and you know, he's been doing some really good flanks and stuff on the MG42, but just hasn't really given it the death touch, like forced it away. Asher able to reposition from a lot of those assaults instead of hard retreat, and then bring it back in, keep it relevant. Triple cap now against PFC, already over 100 points behind at this stage.
The bunker is now a field hospital. It's done.
MG holding strong in the centre. Rifles closing in. Pack. I have found this map to be quite tricky for anti-tank gun positioning often. There are quite a lot of shot blockers on this map, especially like close to the centre. So I feel like it is quite strong for light vehicle play. Second MG covering the northern victory point. Moving into the centre now. Cav rifles come around the corner. Stuart not committing at all though, very, very far back. Should probably be in here firing away. And the Cav rifles bleeding a massive amount of manpower. Really, really bad engagement there for PFC. PFC maybe playing a little bit timid there, trying to avoid taking damage on the Stuart from the pack, but ultimately means the engagement just does not go well from at all. And now Asher going to go for that sniper. It was so strong previously for him. Let's see if he can get a repeat performance with that. Especially up against mechanized, you know. Doesn't really have that many good counters to snipers. No Pathfinders, no recon planes, no rocket artillery. Stuart probing. G42 setting up a really nice angle here though, going to limit PFC's effectiveness. Sniper getting to work. Stuart able to hide behind the shrubs here though, away from the pack. Got a couple of squads coming in from the other angle. MG already packed up. This one holding this line. 222 bleeding them on the advance here. Pack had a lot of trouble, but he does have the forward tech structure here, able to reinforce from that, so this is where he can hold out from. And PFC, you know, is once again forcing Asher very far back, kind of similar to the game on Bayeux ambush. But behind this, doesn't have the VPs capping them up now, but a lot of aggression, a lot of territory pushback, but Asher's still holding onto a lot of sectors. So not really getting too much of a result from that, and imagine PFC continuing to bleed a lot of manpower doing this kind of style. And this time is working out for them worse than they did on the other map.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Stuart repairing up. Telemine, that's a really nice spot for a telemine. Two of the re-echelon sweepers somewhat nearby, but not close enough. 222 backing away. You see he's trying to bait the Stuart to chase over the teller. Unable to. PFC playing it safe, but that's quite a lot of repairs required now for the 222. And the powers are forwards at the moment. Smoke down. Trying to get a bit of an assault going here. The MG42 is locking this down. Back. I think that was an attack ground attempt. Good attempt. Stuart able to avoid though. Wow, and PFC going for the captain here. Interesting. Do we have battle phase completed for Asha? Yeah, too much bleed from the sniper for the captain. Usually would dominate greedies in that scenario, but sniper making a big difference there. Incendiary rounds active. Stuart's got pretty strong frontal armor. Doesn't take too much damage from that. Pack rotating to the south. Now an AT gun from PFC. So I guess PFC felt like his position was quite weak this game. Thought that Asha was going to get to the medium tank before him, which, you know, I suppose technically could have happened. Asha on the front lines at the moment with his pyros, not building tech, but yeah, could have arrived first. So PFC playing it safe, getting that anti-tank gun out. However, you know, that kind of puts him in a tough position against the sniper still. A lot of trouble. MG repositions, but allows access through the center for PFC. Asha on the run. Damage onto the sniper. I thought he would chase in there, even just trying to get some more damage on it. Decides to pull back with that rifle squad, go for the fuel cap instead.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
So once again, PFC, good pushback there. Forced away the machine gun from the south, then came in from multiple angles through the center, forcing away that machine gun as well. Good territory control, but a lot of bleed, and you can see PFC still just miles behind on the victory points. Felt like his Stuart's been medium, hasn't really found too many opportunities to blast away at either infantry or 222. Coming in here now, but missing its first shot. Pack's nearby, Grenadiers closing in for the Faust. Pack going in. Attack ground missing. This time Asha switching off to Blitzkrieg, by the way. Instead of Spearhead again. Tech is down. Panzer IV about to pop out.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Okay, Major about to activate. PFC not too far away from a tank in terms of fuel now. So, you know, if he did back himself, didn't go for the captain, probably could have had a tank out by now. But, you know, he did play it safe with that anti-tank gun, and Asha was a bit slow building his tech up. So ultimately it didn't matter too much. No, captain dodge, okay. One more flame burst, and would have been the wipe there. He's closing in for the Faust, and they got such long Faust range. Especially with that bullet. And he's activated the shell shock on the Stuart to try to keep it safe for a little bit longer. Got some squads closing in. A T-gun rotating up here as well. And Asha decides to disengage, doesn't want to risk it.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Sniper went down there. Sniper is dead, and I think I heard it from that, from this position, from that rifleman. Grenade. Oh, MG down. That's exactly what PFC needed. Sniper, and now the MG. Oh, he's lost another MG. No, he isn't. Okay. I was going to say, how did I miss that as well? Looks like PFC unable to steal away the machine gun here, however. There's still a good chunk of manpower away from a tank. Position on the AT gun, keeping that Panzer IV honest. I'm going to take a bit too much damage jumping into cover there. And able to recrew, this time with Pioneers as well, so extra sight. Freshly built sniper coming through the center. So it's the Stuart though. Packs in position. Dropping the Major RD on the MG in the center and charging forwards here. Stuart takes another shot as it backs away. G42 covering the south, but Rifle Squad can go for the flank. Asha sensing that. Wants to come in for a couple sniper shots before they can. Go for the retreats. Looks like he's thinking about going for a grenade into the retreat path. Doesn't end up working out too well from there. Panzer IV and sniper. But at the very least, PFC has been holding on to the VPs a lot more effectively over the last couple minutes. And finally about to pop out his first medium tank. Let's see if he can turn things around. Continue to turn things around. It does seem like Asha in a solid position after being able to recrew that machine gun. Rebuilding the sniper, not too costly ultimately. As you can see the KD just so badly stacked against PFC.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Another pyro for Asha.
We're losing a capture point.
A little bit too eager with that Stuart. Panzer IV. Still in the south though, so can't really go for the chase down. And now we've got the Sherman for PFC up here. Sniper going for the AT gun. And what's he doing with this 76mm, man? Spinning around in circles up to no good. Oh, he's with the flamer in the building doing some nasty damage too. Major RD. Oh man, that building easily could have gone flattened there. Risky business from Asha staying in for that long. Oh, the Grenadiers! They go down to the major artillery. That was huge. No dodge from Asha. And now PFC trying to get a bit aggressive. We've got the pack up there, but the Stuart coming in as well. And there goes the 222. He'll be happy about that. Happy to just take that win. And Grenadier and 222 down and back away after that. Interesting call here. Ash actually going for the command tank. But this does leave him maybe a little bit shortchanged in terms of anti-tank. You know, he's down one Grenadier, missing a Faust, only one anti-tank gun. That 76mm Sherman's a beast. AT gun in some trouble there. Doesn't dodge away with the lieutenant after that though. Now it goes back. Triple cap again against PFCs, making a play for the south. Down to 136 now. Talamine down. Doesn't. No. Got cancelled. Trading blows with the P4. Decides not to continue that. Coming out worse for the trade. Nice attack round. PFC long range. As if all missing the return shot. Get some repairs up on it just with the re-air shot since they're on hand. Okay, coming in for the flank. MG covering this angle though pretty well. Could have used the recon plane, but going to drop the bombs on that instead. Kept an extremely low grenade, easily dodged by the Grenadiers. MG retreats, hard retreats this time. Back pushing through the center. Cav Rifle's going for a deeper flank, even deeper this time. Rifleman very, very low, able to get away. Pack connecting. Grenade onto the Grenadiers. Oh, but not too much damage. Might have been slightly off target. Cav Rifle's continuing to charge forwards here, looking for the sticky satchel. Oh, the MG up here goes down. How did that happen? Maybe Asha forgot to retreat it. Got the combined arms active, by the way. Oh, but that Talamine pays off there. 76mm Sherman in some trouble now. AT gun setting up. Panzer IV wants to come in for the killing blow, but what about the smoke here? P4 bouncing. Stuart coming in with the shell shock. Blinded. What?
The sector has been cut off.
How did the shell shock not work just then? Well, either way, it was very, very costly for PFC. AT gun goes down. So close for things going 100% his way. Bouncing, you know, before missing, but ultimately it ends up going horribly wrong. He loses his tank, doesn't kill the Panzer IV. Now he's in a really bad position. A lot of reinforcement required. Asha, not so much, and pretty close to being outfielded. Yet another tank. Heartbreak for PFC. I don't understand how the shell shock didn't stop the Panzer IV from firing there. That was weird. Well, maybe it wasn't shell shock that he activated. Maybe that was still the combined arms buff at that time.
Tank support
I thought it was shell shock. Maybe it wasn't actually. I thought it was. I don't know. Maybe you guys will notice in the replay. Maybe another standard Panzer IV for Asha. No command tank. Can I build one of those? So 6 more finds an angle here.
We got 75 points remaining.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
Recon plane up again. This recon plane tactic, very, very popular. Panzer IV is mobilizing now. PFC a little bit under strength, having lost his anti-tank gun. Now suffering a pretty bad 3v1. 3v1.5, I guess. You can cut Stuart for a little bit. But as well as that double AT guns. One small mispositioning on the 76mm if it takes like double pack shots. Asha could potentially even just go in for the kill. Or for the dive.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Schumann wrapping around. Oh boy, Stuart in trouble. Panzer IV up there in the north. 76mm occupied in the south. Got double packs nearby. Even the 76mm could be in some trouble. Shell shock working this time on the Panzer IV. Just take his sticky satchel, decides to disengage, try and get away to safety. 76mm really far away though if he wants to rotate and finish the job on this. He has plenty of time to rotate himself. Keep that Panzer IV safe. .54 VPs left for PFC, so can't afford to wait. He needs to get the VPs and fast. So low on munitions now though. Doesn't really have enough for like those major artillery strikes or a whole bunch of smokes or anything. We'll do it the hard way here. Oh boy, 76mm double AT guns right there. In some big trouble. There we go. 76mm Sherman is down. Try to charge him with the rear echelon. Try to get them neutralized. 45 VPs remaining. Captain wrapping around. Force away the sniper at the very least, but rear echelon have to run away from the center. Command tank just camped out. Blasting away here. Stuart taking some hits. Panzer IV coming from the north. This time the Panzer IV, no, misses. PFC either way throws in the towel. About to be triple capped. No hope of capping any of the points. Throws in the towel. So yeah, this time PFC's early grenade tech, super aggressive style, doesn't work out for him quite so well. Asha able to defuse it much more effectively. Yeah, just a way better early game this time, Asher. And yeah, I don't know. Personally, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It's a good tactic from PFC. But yeah, losing that first Sherman. There's that heartbreaking engagement over here. End up losing it. But yeah, it seems to be PFC's MO somewhat, not really being super diligent about his sweeping. And Asher able to exploit it there. Telemine, everything going off. 76mm goes down. Somehow the Panzer IV survives. GG. Good series, especially that first game. That was a monster. Absolutely epic. Well, anyway, guys, wrapping that. Thanks for tuning in. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.